and Abby Frober. Well, first of all, starting with you, Nick, congratulations.
Thank you.
State championship. I mean, how does that even feel?
Feels unreal. I'm so happy to be a part of it.
You know, as you guys, we've been talking about all the different games leading up to it, but you'll get over the giggles in a minute. I swear you will. Don't worry. You're working. You're good. I hear you. You can sing if you want to, but don't. 6-0 after the second inning. What are you really feeling?
I never really felt that it was over because our team comes back a lot. I knew we'd get some runs in, but I never imagined winning the whole thing because honestly I was scared for a long part of that. But once we started getting the bats moving, I knew we'd be it.
All right, Jensen, now you're going to have to use the microphone and you're going to have to talk. So here you go. You're triple, and then being picked off a third, which you would think would be a negative, seemed to have been a positive, because first of all, your foot was on the bag, and you missed it. We can say that here, did that seem to kind of motivate your team, that, you had a chance there, it was taken away, we need to get it back?
It definitely fired us up a lot, but I feel like not only it wasn't just me, it was the whole team. Like my hit got us moving, but it wasn't just me actually hit the ball. We all hit. We all eventually started bringing runs in, and that's what led us.
And you girls probably at one point were thinking, have you ever seen more fielder's choices at the plate in your whole lives of playing softball, right? I mean, it was like 4 consecutive with 3-run scoring. I mean, the pitcher got what they wanted. They got a ground ball, except you beat every single one of them. What was that like to just watch?
It fired us up more and more. Because once we started bringing them in, we knew it was our game.
It was all over after that, right?
Yeah.
There you go. All right, Abby, you can't hide anymore. This is Abby Hurlbert with us now. So 2 championships in tow now. So I'm not really sure what you do for an encore. What do you do for an encore next year in college? There you go. Oh, it is Southern is the choice, right? Okay. What do you anticipate playing? You thinking about it? Softball for now. Okay. Field hockey and all the rest of the things that the field hockey and the basketball. Let's go back to Mohegan Sun for a minute. Last year when you were at Mohegan Sun, you faced the WNBA players, from Capital Prep, but you still earn your stripes because I was telling coaches that I always remember that one play where you blocked Gillespie with an attitude, and I kind of like that because it kind of showed that even though you might not have come away with the win, you kind of showed that you belong. Is that how it felt? Okay. All right, and then you go back there this year. That's what's on? Okay. You got it?
What color is she?
You good? Okay. All right, you're there. There you go. Put it a little higher. So when you go back there, basketball-wise, this year, even with, it being St. Paul, you're a little familiar with those kids, so it's a little bit of a different story. What was it like going back this year? How much more comfortable were you?
We were all a lot more comfortable. It was less intimidating. The whole fall playing at Mohegan Sun wasn't as crazy as it was the year before, so we just kind of knew what was going on there. And playing there 2 times helped us out.
Next one. The last .06 seconds. It goes down in Thomaston history. How confident were you? Because you looked pretty confident to us.
Another option.
Well, it was kind of a practical decision. That if I don't make them, we don't win. Is that how you looked at it?
Yeah.
Okay, that was very logical of you, right? I love it. Just pretty easy to. It's 3. I got 3. I got to make them all, right? As you're taking the ball, down the court, you kind of, throw it up and a little bit over, half court. But you're looking to get fouled, right? And you probably are smiling and turning inside and out when you actually do get fouled, when you do get a chance to go to the line. What does it say about, that basketball team, too, being able to come back from being down and going to, double overtime?
Well, it was close throughout the entire game, and knew that losing wasn't an option for us. And I just think that we wanted it so badly, and we didn't want to lose again there.
So your good friend Mr. Wilson just keeps saying that you can't go there. And so obviously no one has figured out how thick the coat is in the skin because, there's some daggers being thrown every once in a while, but nothing actually ends up sticking. So on the softball, end of it, were you more comfortable at short this year than pitching in that natural position?
I prefer shortstop.
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind pitching. I just, yeah, I
There you go. There you go. Nina, you are what year are you in?
I'm going to be a senior.
Going to be a senior. You're going to be a junior. Senior. Okay, so you're back. All right. So what kind of legacy? You have a big legacy, big shoes to fill here. So I mean, Thomaston Softball. We got to find some more players because we only have 11. And 270 kids in the school, so we got to find some more kids that are going to believe it. How much will this help you girls come up next year? I mean, first of all, you got a target on your back because you're the state champions, but what's it going to take to kind of compete again?
I feel like it's just motivation because we know how it felt this year and we want it. We have girls coming up that we can tell how it feels. Most of our team knows how it feels. Twice this year, hopefully again next year.
Excellent. And how about you?
We got a taste of winning, and I feel like our team is not going to want to feel losing ever again, and we're going to come out a lot stronger, and we're going to make it again. I hope so.
Like Tim was talking about, like you can't kill the bear. Like, how does that sort of manifest itself in the team? Like, do you guys feel that no matter what happens, you're never quite out of it? Like, you had some pretty close calls in the tournament. You had some close calls in basketball. I mean, how does that pay off for the team? That kind of mystique around the team, I guess you could call it.
Oh, yeah.
Is it something you guys feel like down 6-0? Do you really think, what? Is there some kind of something extra?
I feel like there's just a feeling in Thomaston that makes you. We're so small, so that just makes us know that we want to make our name known out there. We want to be a school that goes down in history and has things to be known for.
And how about the parade? Both in and out. How fun was that?
It was awesome.
It was great. Our town supports us so much.
What's that? Is it?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. That's good. All right, well, listen, we're going to let you girls off the hook now. We're going to keep Coach here. And we also have Erin O'Neill here. And you have Gabby. And we have...
Thanks, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I had them sitting over there. I had
Chris?
Chris and
Chris,
Sarah.
okay. All right, we'll be right with him. You there?
Oh man, I'm starving.
That's right.
I just
Slide up.
Slide the hands on. There you go. Now, who would have thought Abby Grover shy? They've never met her on the basketball court or playing softball anywhere, right?
So the quietest you guys have ever seen her, or what?
All right. Well, hi, Gabby. How are you? Are you the quieter sister, or now you're going to be the, I'm going to sing a song or something here, right? There you go. Erin O'Neill is also here. Hi, Erin. How are you?
How are you?
Congratulations on the state title. Is that even registered yet? State title? It's all good.
MVP as well.
MVP, that is absolutely true. We'll talk about that in just a second. And Morgan, who I think epitomized the fact that you're just not killing the bear this year. We talked about the bottom of the seventh, 0-2 count, 2 outs, more bugs than if we were somewhere in El Salvador. Eating everybody. Lee Lewis, one of the guys from the Republican, said if he stayed there for 5 more minutes, he would have had malaria. And I thought that was kind of a good analogy, because I'm sure that's how.
So he's been there before.
Yeah. I was in the press box. Sorry, guys. I didn't suck it up that day. So, Morgan, how surreal is all of this? 2 state championships in a couple of months.
It's a great feeling to have.
Way up.
It's a great feeling to have just being a sophomore, have that experience for the rest of my career. Can't wait to do it again.
Now you're there. Okay, go ahead.
Hold it up.
Tell them again. How does it feel?
It feels great. Just being a sophomore, I can't wait to have that experience with you for the next 2 years and hopefully do it again.
All year long, it's not like you struck out 15 every game, right? You had some big strikeout games and the rest of it, but, Coach, you can talk to this. Morgan pitches to contact, and then you kind of let your defense, kind of do their thing. Sometimes it looks as if, it's not going real well for you, but you seem to kind of step back behind the mound. And Coach said they kind of helped you with that over time, where it was kind of just What do you do then? You kind of just step back, take a deep breath. What do you say to yourself?
I mostly just focus every time because sometimes I do get a little, I don't know, out of control. I guess I like to take a deep breath and just tell you what I do it.
Talk us through that at bat where where you tie it in the bottom. I mean, you foul one off, you take a false strike. Are you even thinking of the whole big picture at that point, or no?
I honestly wasn't even thinking at all. I just knew I did not want to end the game myself. I wanted to get on base for my team and hopefully.
Watching from first base, Gabby, how has this entire ride been for you this year?
It's been fun and a great experience for all of us. It's been crazy.
Thomaston certainly comes out for you. The bus trips out, the bus trips, back in. Aaron, what is it like to have your whole town behind you as much as they are?
It's awesome because we're all so close as a community, and I just love it.
When you see, the video of, you guys coming back into town, that's like New York City, like you just won the World Series. I was waiting for ticket tape, but they couldn't get on the roofs fast enough, right, to get it down for you. It's a small school. Your good friend Mr. Wilson always says you need some more students so that it doesn't end up consolidating. Coach, you can speak to this. I mean, how much do you think this is going to help you keep more kids and get more kids?
Actually, maybe Gabby and Morgan can speak to this too. Winning creates people coming out. There's no doubt about it. Our first couple games, we had attendance, but it was just pretty much family and friends, immediate family and friends. Like Bobby McMahon runs camp this week, last weekend this week, and there was quite a few young ladies there taking part of the camp. And these guys were as guest counselors or whatever the camp type of relationship. Yeah, that's it, definitely. But there were a lot of young ladies there, so that has, I think, turned the corner, and hopefully that they'll all be softball players. But I don't know. Did you guys see that this week?
What are you hearing?
It's cool because they all know who you are, and they go, oh, they listen to you. They want to get better because they saw what you can do. They want to do that thing.
Same thing, Ed?
Yeah, they just look up to us and just want to have a good experience.
And with with trying to get the pipeline, coming up, because you need a feeder system coming up into the high school. It's certainly coming up. Where do you think your numbers are going to be? Do you crack 300 coming up here, or where are we going?
I don't think they're jumping off the charts that we're going to be having a major explosion in population. But I think we're holding our own. I didn't peek at the superintendent did do some surveys. I didn't peek at them, but I think we're going to be all right. We're probably maintain what we have.
Aaron, talk about the game-winning, state championship winning, World Series. I'll use every word you need to use, but how are you approaching that at bat? How did it feel?
Well, I know my team needed me, and I was just in my head, I was thinking my last at bat to now or never. So I just knew I had to do something, and went out and swung.
Did you doubt you were going to score?
No, I knew as soon as she hit the ball, I was scoring, not stopping.
Yeah, we don't have that rule like in the major leagues where you can't go through somebody. So something was going to happen on the positive.
It was going to happen right then and there. We told them it was 2 outs.
It was a good thing. So, well, listen, we want to thank you, ladies, so much for coming on the program and for just giving us so many thrills this year, for all of us kind of watching you through basketball and through softball. Yeah, most of us at 6-0 we're going, we're scratching our heads a little bit. We're like, okay, where are they going to find this one to come out? But I guess because it was only 2 innings, isn't that how you felt, Morgan? It's only we have 5 more. We had more time.
Yep, there's a lot of game left. I knew it was.
Yeah. And it seemed as if once you got their pitcher, on their open, coach like you had said, them playing the infield didn't seem to kind of work in your favor because they gave up outs.
Oh, absolutely. I was astonished. And it was just like the game against Morgan with Coventry. She hit the home run, and the next time up, they're playing her on the fence. Just drop it in, Morgan. It's out.
It's out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You cannot go over the fence literally and get it. So, well, ladies, we look forward to more fantastic. Are we keeping you up here? No, it's been a long day. Hey, listen, thank you, girls, all for coming on the program. Coach, it's been an absolute, pleasure, dealing with everything this year. Let's have a little warmer spring. All right, so we don't have to go dressed like, Nanu or North every once in a
It
while.
would be nice.
We had a great June and a great memory with Thomaston basketball and softball, so we'll see you out there next year.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Congratulations.
I'll see you on the baseball side. What's that? On what? Okay. My son's a freshman. He's got a lot of time. Well, they're done for you. You're gonna go, yeah, it is killer. Okay. I'm hoping she is. Oh, I got rid of
Thanks for all your time. My kids were saying, yeah, I saw him recording. He said something. He said he saw you the other day or something.
Yeah.
So they were happy that you guys.
Yeah. Go you that. Text it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It was just. It was nice to kind of.
Yeah, the birthday guy.
Yeah. Dave Homer.
Yeah, he seemed like a good guy. We're not covering that.
So it was nice. It was good to see. Scott was actually pretty much right there.
Oh, was it?
We had to stay the whole time. That's cool.
Oh, good for you.
You want to call him over?
What grade you studied?
You just finished up the freshman year.
Okay, good.
And you got 20 at bats. Freshman university. Hey, he's a player. Awesome. As a matter of fact, I'm missing a game tonight.
Where's that team from?
They're out of work.
Right, I hear you. They only get these ride one time. Especially these next 3 years, he's going to be playing. That's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. This isn't going anywhere. Maybe down the road.
Well, you know what? I'm not gonna. I'll resign. Danielle Janessa. She's not. Yes.
Okay, cool.
That's the coach. I'm surprised she's not. Okay, what?
Yep.
That's it.
You got it. Yep.
I'm probably gonna. I'll get my presentation before the winter. So what I'll have.
You're very welcome.
We'll run them Sunday nights. Softball, and baseball.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Where's Morgan?
I'm gonna give these to Morgan.
That's the Morgan. So like that. We'll just keep that one.